Hi, hello, welcome to Hari Systems. Today we are going to learn CRUD functionality using Python Django framework. This is the latest and trending framework, as you know, nowadays. And most of trending web applications are developing using Python language. And CRUD operations means like creating a record, reading a record from the database, and updating the record and delete the record. These are the CRUD operations, very popular for any web application which is going to be interacting with database, like a dynamic web application. Before going to the session, if anyone newly seeing from this channel this video, please do subscribe and support. This is Shekhar Metla, software trainer, Python and full stack web development and more. Like you visit for more details harisystems.com. You will see self-paced courses as well for how we are going to be demonstrating these type of functionalities. You will get complete lectures as well. Let's begin the session. Yeah, you see the session like a CRUD functionality. Here it is showing the representation and the name of employee ID and employee name, employee email. Like very few for the beginners who are understanding about the code, I have taken these details over. And the actions means add, edit and delete. This functionality like add a new record means we'll get in a form like emp. See the functionality like enter the details. It is showing like employee ID, employee name, mail, contact and submit. Like anyone who is trying to learning as a beginner, you try to minimum one or two parameters to understand how the code and how the data is going to be communicating with your data and how it is going to be creating a table and inserting into the table. Once the data is inserted, then you will be like one function. If the data is created, create option is completed successfully. Now you have to focus on read, like retrieving the data from database. Very most and important, every these functionalities will play major role and reading data and updating, which is mentioning you any modification you want to do already inserted data, then it will comes under update. Once you have done the update functionality, you can update the data into our database records and delete. If it is not essential and not required for this data row, you can delete permanently from the database using delete option. All we'll see like at a glance. I'll show you one by one here, and let's see the here first. The functionality I'll show you: add new record, employee ID. I can donate 1103. The name of the employee Hari, and employee email hariinfo@harisystems.com. Our official email ID we are used here. Yeah, harisystems.com. Contact number is 7989 6101. Any number you can. Okay. Once you submit, click the submit button. See, the record is added here, and it will be displaying. Like this is the basic HTML I have taken here. You are aware of how to design HTML form, CSS applying and making beautification. Yes, how you are doing HTML form, all you can apply this page. Okay. And see the record here, it is showing like create option. Adding new record means we are creating functionality has happened. Now here you can see the edit. Once if I click the edit button, see all the data record is presenting with the number of 3. Record number is 3 and employee ID is showing name, employee email ID, everything. And if I want to add here, it's now 0034 is my employee ID. Wrongly I have typed. And Hari systems is a forum name I'm giving simply. Just if I hit update button, see the data is updated. It's very easy and very simple. How? I'll tell you very clear. Okay, and the data is updated. If you don't want to this record to be not required for your in your database or in your functionalities from your what you are presenting in data, you just simply click the button of delete. How simple it is and how it is sweet. Like see, delete button if I press, record is not available over here. How it is? It's a completely interacting with the database of MySQL. One by one, I'll tell you very clearly the project, the way of the project which you are going to be interacting. I would like to suggest you to learn the way of learning to some functionality you have to aware of very clearly. The real world example. Then you will understand what exactly you require to learn and where you want to start as a career is in a software engineer. All right, let's see here. And before once we'll initiating how it is going to be project to be execute and what forms are going to be introducing here and how it is easy to run the project and setting up of Python with Django framework. Okay, yeah, see here very simple steps I'll tell you here now. On enrolling of Python course, we are also offering this this project like CRUD operations. It's absolutely free. Like see, Hari System is offering go to online courses and go over here. You will see the online self-paced course. Right, learn Python from scratch. Click on the details, like view details. What is the topic is covering and what we are going to be encouraging from the scratch who are entering into the learning of the Python, and we are going to offering very detailed and very clear picture to learn the things from the base. See overview here, what is we are learning, what is the prerequisites are required to be have. Visit harisystems.com. There is an online courses are available site and course curriculum 13 chapters are there, like sessions we call it as, and each section is having from the scratch means course introduction, curriculum overview, what exactly you want to focus on Python, which version you need to choose, and environment setting up. You need to learn Python and you want to set your local environment perfectly. So you have to very clearly you have to learn these things one by one. Okay, and core Python at the beginning you have to cover first. Then once it is done, a core Python, a list, dictionaries, tuples will come, and sequences and operators, comparative operators and logical operators, these all will come here. And Python statements, what are the statements are involved in here, if else statement, loop statement, while loop, all one by one. This is nothing but course curriculum. Once it's the last, you will be learned along with the Django framework. In this framework, like you see here, creating app, view functions, URL mapping, creating models, all intermediate steps you will learn one by one very detailedly with creation of a web application, like a web project using Python Django framework. All right, you go through it. If you are really interested, go it and enroll the course. Along with these courses, we are offering you this type of projects. All right, now see here, we'll see glance look. If you using PyCharm as your ID, this is the PyCharm. It's an open source, freely, community edition of PyCharm is freely available in web. Anyone can download. If operating system to be considered, you have to consider concentrate on operating system version, like it's a Windows or Mac or Linux. Based on the operating system, you have to download the PyCharm PyCharm IDE and install. Before installing the PyCharm, you have to install a Python version, and it's also open source and freely you can download. All right. If the environment is setting and it's working, and if environment is perfectly in your computer system, once we offered a CRUD, see, this is the app, CRUD app. See, and inside the CRUD app project, we have a CRUD example. See, you will find out these things. One is the CRUD example, you will get the project level files. By defaultly, once we are going to be creating Django app and Django project, it will comes. We didn't try to any creating of this type of settings and forms of a project level. All right, and see here, it's an employee is an app, like project app. All right, here you will observe that these are the project skeleton. the skeleton migration statics you have to create to add the CSS and templates. These templates you are going to be added. These like a index page, edit page, show page. All right, and see here, I'll show you one by one at my IDE here. Yeah. Before going to jumping, I want to show you like a simple page how the skeleton is going to be creating. Yeah, readme is here available here. Yes, you go this readme. Create a project using on terminal. You have to hit this command. Before going to be initiating the project, you have to like you have to aware of the commands how you are going to be executing. Once it's done, you see here cd current example pip install Django framework into that particular project. Every project we have to install, which we are going to be installed in like initiating with the Django framework. We have to install like using pip command, pip space install Django. If you hit this command like Django, by default the latest version of Django will come and install. If you want to any specific version of Django, you have to specify like equal to. Inside the comments, like you have to specify the version 2.1.57 like 1.5 or 1.2. Likewise, you have to specify the version if it is essential. All right. In our project, you can directly hit the Django directly latest version you can use. And next, Python manage.py start app employee means employee application app we are going to be creating. These all commands in PyCharm. See here in the below, you go to the terminal. In the last, like you will observe that last three things are here: Python console, redo, and terminal. Like click the terminal, there you will find the command prompt where you want to like see. I'll terminate like execution is going on. I have shown you the demo now, so I have terminated. Now see this terminal prompt. You have to hit the commands like pip install Django. See here and hit the enter. Once you hit the enter, if the system is connected to internet facility, this automatically install the Django framework. All the commands of these things are similar. Okay. Now database setup. It's very like important and to be concentrate on bit. Like for this database, MySQL we have installed in this particular project. So either MySQL or PostgreSQL or MS SQL, any database you can use. Based on the database, you have to change the connection string only. These all are relational database management systems. Okay. Now see, to interact and able to access the database, what I have did it, I have installed my computer system in XAMPP control panel. XAMPP will offer you like Apache, MySQL, and FileZilla. These are the tools are available. You try to install Apache and MySQL only to sufficient to overcome this project, like to reach. MySQL, why we require to go the XAMPP means you will get by default like one GUI tool of PHP MyAdmin along with the XAMPP tool. Okay, it's very easy. You go with Google and type that simple words of XAMPP, and you can download based on your operating system version and flavor of operating system. It's a Windows or Linux. Based on your operating system, you can choose this tool. Okay, once it's done successfully the installation, if you like see localhost, yeah, just a second. Yep, localhost by default it's an 80. In my system it's I have changed 81. Okay, see this window you will see once you successfully installed XAMPP controller. Right on right side PHP MyAdmin is there. If you click this, you will get this window. Okay, this is the PHP MyAdmin. Okay, here what you need to do, I have a specified very clearly, create a database name DjangoDB, or you can custom like your own database name. Okay, for conveniently I have given DjangoDB for the space names convenient. See, by clicking like here you will observe this like a new option is available here in the left top, or else go to over home here and just a minute, it's a loading. Yeah, go to home, databases, click on databases in the top menu. See, database name is there. Just type the database name what I have suggested, or you can make it as a custom database name. See, the Django DB. Just create it. Once it is created successfully, by defaultly XAMPP will give you like a MySQL database or MariaDB database. Username is root, ROOT, and password is blank. So accordingly, these connection string we say to interact with our database, we need to establish from Django front-end application to backend database. The connection to be established. How it is to be prepared? Like see here, on configured into settings.py. This file is available in once we issue these commands, like these two commands, CRUD example and start emp. You will get this settings in CRUD example settings.py. See, you are identified here under the settings.py, where you have to go. See, there is a specifically databases option is available under settings.py. See here, like scroll it, like many options and like apps. See, the databases are available here. By defaultly, these lines are came with a database like Django. Once the app is created, the framework will generate this all the code and files. Okay, I have a commented. This is the thing is hash indicates it's a comment line. Okay, after the comment lines, see, I have a engine is there. The same line is here. It is an SQLite tree is there. MySQL I have added. That's it. And the name of my database is like a Django DB. See what I have created here, Django DB. See, it's created right now. I have not hit it, means I have it's already created. Okay, these are the tables. I'll come with that later time. I'll come with these are the tables. How it is came, I'll tell you. Okay, once it is created successfully, see the configuration file also is available here. No issue. So password I have specified is cross marks, whereas it's a nothing password, like there is an empty string only, like a single quotes only. Why? Because by defaultly XAMPP is not allowing, like it's not providing any password. If you want to set and you are familiar how to set the password, you can create your password and set as an password place in XAMPP. You can set it and you can specify in our configuration file of settings. Like see here, root, but is empty. But however, see the name, user, password, host, and port. These parameters are mandatory to here. You have to specify to connect with the database from other environment. And in your production server, like once you are created your app successfully, this project, and you want to publish this project into any public domain, then you have to specify your password very clearly. And host means IP address of the host where you are going to publishing. And the port number is by default MySQL is 330. Okay, this is the configuration. It's very important to establish a front-end application to back-end data. All right, once it is done successfully, you have to install pip install MySQL client in your project. This command to be hit on here itself, pip install MySQL. All right. And now once it is done, we need to make migrations. The migration part to be done, like once we are going to be creating and initiating models, like this model we are going to be preparing. Like where is the model means, I'll show you. See the models.py, this table we are going to be creating. Like PyCharm along with the Django framework, it will commence to you like MVC architecture. It will follow model, view, controller. Okay, strongly remember this table to be create in our database. For the purpose we are going to be executing migration, and to be fixed a database table, make migrate, like Python manage.py migrate. Once these steps are completed successfully, you have to Python manage.py run server. All right, Python manage.migrate and run server. If this is the command to be given for to initiating the Python server to run the program. Once it is done, we should go to our browser localhost colon 8000 and /show to access our application like this way. All right, I have shown you how it is going to be executing and all. Meanwhile, by defaultly we have added see here under the views we are going to be adding this is the like EMP, how it is going to be showing and show the records and edit the records. These methods update the records. These methods are destroy means deleting the method. These are very common for all applications. There is some functionality I have shown you how it is going to be operating. These things only in Django will supports you this type of getting object with the ID of the database row, and the post method is coming and the form is validating and form.save and redirecting to show. So where to go, where to come, all everything we see here it is organized. Once you've gone through the code and you can add it in your system and you can avail of it. And forms.py, this is the forms.py to be the complete structure you are seeing here, the same forms to be available in your application. All right, and this is the code for forms.py, and the models I have shown you. The settings, so you have to concentrate on most probably yes, installed apps you have to add an employee. The table of model we are going to be adding now. So we are creating app once application is creating at a project level. So employee is the name. We need to add here an employee. Okay, installed apps. Now let's see here. And we have configured the databases. And moreover, we have did the changes at models I have shown you, which is the table we are going to be creating. Under the views, what we have added, I have shown you to be show, edit, and update. These are the methods. Once you gone through the course, you will understand what is method, how it is going to be calling, how it is going to be returning the data. Everything you will be know. All right, and see the make migrations. Once the migration command is applied, you will see the migrations and static and templates. Yeah, this is the edit.html. I have told you index, edit, show, these three templates. By defaultly it will comes show.html to be see, this is the store. By defaultly the page is landing and this page code would be like this to presenting the data only, and you need to modify and making the beautification of this page. Yes, you can apply here this bootstrap and card items and all you can apply over here. Okay, see, this is the code about this. And the buttons of edit, there is some action is there like edit and delete should be like this. You have to write, and all these are the things to be routing for URLs page. I'll show you. I'll open the URLs as well. And index is this, and edit.html is this. Once it's happened the edit, it should be display the edit data, how it is going to be written here. All right, and index, this is the index page. By default the employee ID, how it is going to be showing and all. All right, now see, URL is the routing is very important in MVC architecture. View form, how it's important, URL routing is very important. See how the routing is happened here. The admin and EMP, view EMP by default show views.show, it is going to be redirecting. In edit, views.edit, it's come to the edit part and it will be see, once if I open the views, how the edit is going to be reading. Edit, it will comes with the ID and it's going to be reading, and it is returning the data very simple. All right, that is a very easy and very simple to routing the files from here to URL redirections. All right, see, this is the URL redirection. Based on the method we are going to be redirecting to, we are getting the data from the view part, and these function and actions we'll write on the index.html, where we are going to be presenting these things. Yeah, here we are going to write with the ID, edit ID, we are going to be giving as an action the link button. All right, I hope you are very familiar to creating these CRUD operations very simply and very easily this project. And I hope your complete life cycle is very easy to understand. You such a guys. Please do subscribe and support us. And if you are looking for a complete Python course, so you will visit harisystems.com and you will have this Python course to learn many more important concepts from the Python language. Okay, and even you observe this full stack web development is also there, like 200 and plus lectures. Go through it. And, hopefully, you are having both of it for your case. Thank you for watching this session. Thank you.